All right, hello. Looks like I was kind of waiting for to see if anyone would show up, and looks like nobody has still showed it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this because it's kind of like recording. So it'll be like a recording. So yeah, no headphones today, so no audio testing. I won't be able to tell whether the audio is actually working or not. So there's that going to be happening, and stuff. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start off by reading. I did the math, and we are two-thirds. We're two-thirds through the book. Yeah, we only have 1/3 left to go. So yeah, we're not exactly halfway there. I mean, we are halfway there. We're past halfway point, and we are getting ready to be done. So yeah. 5 minutes and something, 30 seconds in. Excuse me. Okay. 1 moment. All right. Hello, I see there is one singular viewer. How are you doing? I had to mute myself for a moment because my cousin and stuff. So yeah, I drove today. Yay! On the road, the real road. Uh, so yeah, and I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, it's show and tell. I got a dinosaur. Rawr. Okay, done. Enough with show and tell. Enough with show and tell. Okay, this is my book. Why? Alright, here is the book. Okay. It's been 6 minutes and over 48 minutes. Seconds, I mean. Chapter 18. Third person POV. Previously, after over 16 years of believing the human species is dead, Noel is overjoyed when it finds 3 young humans, more like they find it, as it is training. Meanwhile, Herobrine finally calls upon his brother in defeating what they both identify as their common enemy. Don't know why I wrote that in present tense, but okay. Noel cheerfully scurried around the house, gliding from chest to chest in order to grab enough ingredients to make some nice warm soup. And I mean literally gliding. He figured out how to fly. Already, there was a large pot over the fire in the fireplace, which was working on boiling, and in front of it, in the small living room, the furniture had been completely removed to make room for its little human pin. Inside were the 3 children. The void being had determined inside to keep safe forever. Inside were the 3 children the void being had determined inside to keep safe forever. Even if that meant they would have to be cooped up at all times. The 3 children inside the makeshift corral shivered a little, the fear that maybe they would be eaten slowly bubbling up within the with the heating water in the large pot. Noel was completely oblivious of this fear. However, as it stirred through the chest, looking for whatever food humans might enjoy eating, in the end it concluded that it had enough to finally set to cooking, plopping in all the items on the floor between the corral and the fireplace. Potatoes, carrots. Okay, I did. I thought that was a semicolon. I was like, oh no, not a semicolon. Potatoes, carrots, leaves, beef, beetroots, watermelon, and some already cooked salmon. Salmon, I mean. Mister, what exactly are you planning to do with us? The girl with orangish hair asked politely. Listen here, evil space guy. I will not be eaten, the younger boy shouted ferociously, furiously, shaking his whole body against the bars of the wooden cell, hoping to break them as well as make a point. Noel looked up curiously at them before realizing their genuine fear. Unable to speak still, Noel jumped back from the spot, violently shaking its head and waving its hands in front of it, hoping to signal that wasn't the plan. Wait, so you don't want to eat us? The oldest boy with the brown hair asked, standing up along with the older 2. What do you want from us? I demand be let out! I want my lawyer! My mom and dad are going to hurt you so bad if you even lay a finger on us! The youngest one again spouted a bunch of demanding shouts, the last of which made Noel's eyes widen. Parents? That must mean there are even more humans. Its face rejoiced as it pounced closer to the little enclosure the 3 human children were in, only remembering then that it still couldn't ask anything. All 3 in the wooden enclosure jumped back away from Noel and stayed up against the opposite side with fear that made them tremble. I was so good at writing, my gosh. Noel realized its jump was a mistake too late, and cowered back to give the children some space, instead returning to the soup. Sir, can you speak? The girl asked. Noel shook its head slowly as it watched the fire. Oh, that's sad. Were you always unable to speak? Again, Noel shook its head. Naya, don't you remember what Dad always said? Never talk to strangers, especially ones who could possibly want to kill you. The oldest spoke sternly. Yeah, but he doesn't seem like that. Yeah, but he doesn't seem like that kind of for some reason. He seems a little nice. Maybe even trying to help us. He can't speak, so how are we supposed to know? Naya spoke. First off, it trapped us in a cage. No nice person would do that. The oldest scowled, looking once again at the topless wooden enclosure around them. And it just stole us without permission. The youngest chimed in, realizing these valid points the children were making. Noel first blocked up the front door before taking down the wood which was encasing the three young ones. It wasn't just yet ready to risk them running off. Surprised, the children stood in the center of the small room awkwardly. Noel then went back to the chest it had put all the furniture in and put all that up once again, before going back to the pot when the water was finally boiling. The humanoid void began grabbing the edible items on the floor, while two of the three children just sat on the couch, which was facing the fire. Sir, are you making that for us? The girl asked from behind the mortalized darkness. It turned to look at her with kindness in its eyes, glowing kindness in its blank, glowing white eyes, and nodded. Not sure if you know this, but we usually don't eat leaves in our soup, or at all, really. Naya corrected as politely as she could. Also, watermelon would probably taste horrible in a stew. And I don't like beetroots, the youngest added, shouting from the couch. Noel took these tips kindly and let those three food items out, and left those three food items out, going instead to grab more potatoes and steak. It lifted the newly grabbed ingredients up to the kids with a question in its face. Yes, that is what we usually put in stew, Naya smiled. Noel's eyes scrunched in joy, and it plopped the veggies and meat alike all into the pot. Do you not need to eat? Do you even have a mouth? Again, the youngest shouted. The older boy sitting next to him finally elbowed the younger one. Noel answered both questions by nodding politely, before finding a stick to stir the soup/stew with. Hi, my name is Naya. The boy with glasses is my older brother. His name is Stefan, and the younger boy who keeps shouting is my younger brother, Toby. We were just exploring above ground for the first time and ran into you, so we don't exactly know everything going on up here, other than that Herobrine has been hunting our kind for years now. Just so you know. Naya, what if he is secretly working for Herobrine? You just took the risk of dooming our entire home. All our family and friends. All our family and friends. Stefan spoke up, angered. Noel just listened silently, bursting inside with joy. Not only were these three alive, not only did they have parents as well, but they also had an entire system of underground villages of some kind. Such good news was almost impossible to stay chill over. The human species was not extinct. It even sounded as if they may be thriving, just underground. And with that, Noel knew what its new goal was. Not to simply keep itself alive, but all alone here, but to find these humans, build up and train another human army, hopefully an unstoppable one, and defeat Herobrine once and for all. Yeah. Probably should have gone for reading 3 chapters. I didn't realize that one would be so short. Yeah, I have to mow after this anyways, so I probably should be quick. Chapter 19. Second person POV. Previously, you and Carter are off to to a whole new adventure on the exact same mission. Okay, together you agree to do a stealth mission. The plan is simple. Sneak into Notch's castle, poison him with the special potion you have been working on for decades, and escape before being captured or discovered. Previously on this episode of Minecraft Story Mode. Sneaky sneak. You quickly tiptoe through the halls, going back and forth between the small ones, each time intersecting one big one. Sneakity sneak. Sneaky sneak sneak. Sneaky sneak. There you pass through, once again. Sneak. Finally, you feel like... I just wanted a comedy moment. Finally, you feel like you have had enough sneaking around and sloppily draw on a piece of paper all the hallways you think are important for your plan. Oh, okay, so it's a map. Then you roll the paper into a worthless-looking paper ball and toss it out one of the small castle windows as you pass by. This castle reminds you more of an indestructible fortress rather than a castle as you walk around. The windows along the walls let in very little light and are likely only there to aim bows and crossbows through in any quick surprise attacks. The materials used for the walls themselves, and my viewer counter has just magically vanished. Alright. The materials used for the walls themselves are... Oh, there it is. Hello, viewer counter. The cells are The materials used for the walls themselves are dark concrete, in only slightly different shades to create variation, and purple carpets along the halls. It is definitely different to how his old castle looked. After a certain point in time, the planned 10 minutes, you sneak into the janitor's closet and slip on a maid's outfit over your own. The plan... Sorry, I just... Oh my gosh. I don't know why, but I imagined it like Cody, the character Cody. I was like, oh man. Remember when the first character was reborn, they were reborn as Andrea, not as Cody. So, oh my gosh, if people get that confused though, that'd be so hilarious. Okay, Danny Cloud, just slip on an outfit over your own. The plain navy blue and white dress is a bit big and baggy, but will do just fine. You make sure the potion is nice and snug in your inventory before heading out, broom in hand. Next up, Phase 3, breaking into the kitchen just before dinner time and pouring the tasteless potion into the drink. Outside, Carter is preparing the best escape route for if you are discovered before you can leave under the radar. You have never gone undercover like this before. It is somewhat exciting, and you keep yourself from shaking in emotions of all kinds rather well. I don't know what all kinds, like it's anger, you're angry and excited, like, I'm so angry at that guy, but I'm also really excited I get to kill him. That kind of stuff. I don't know. Again, it's been a while since I wrote this. You slip into the kitchen only to find the drinks are already prepared and being carried out by a waitress. Oh snap! You sneak out of the kitchen and into the hallway, which intersects the path the waitress is walking down, slowly. Quietly, you slip around the corner, seeing the young woman as she carries the tray. All of a sudden, you jump out, hitting the girl in the neck in the perfect place that she passes out immediately, and quickly grab the tray, glasses on it, all without making a single sound. Fun fact, since I'm in karate, I actually know basic stuff like that, so if you hit someone like the neck, like right about here, if you hit them like hard enough, especially quick enough, they actually can just pass out. So that's actually something that more than just Spock can do. Just saying. Spock is like, I don't know, on the shoulder or something. I don't know. The shoulder doesn't make any sense. But anyways. Okay, first things first, you pull out a rope from your pocket and tie the woman's wrists up. Then drag her into a nearby closet where hopefully she won't be able to warn anyone once she wakes up. Nice. Next up, the tray. Unfortunately, you see 2 glasses on it, and you don't know which one will be the king's. Furthermore, if you pour only half in each, then the effect will take twice as long, which might draw out to be 2 to 3 days. See, this is where there was a plot hole, because like earlier in the book I was like, oh, it takes centuries, to actually do that, but then I'm like, oh, it's a few days. I might have to just rewrite the older part, because this part is real. This part's the real part. Anyways, long enough for someone to find a cure. You shake your head violently. Come on, Andrea, think! Unfortunately, you are unable to think of any other solutions. You pour half the potion in one glass and half the potion in the other. You will just have to make sure that none of the king's helpers isn't able to find an antidote in time. Realizing that you are slowly running out of time, you scurry over to the dining room, where the 2 large iron and dark oak doors are wide open, and silently step in. There, you already see 2 men sitting at the table. Him and a man you have never seen before, who has dark, natural red hair, wears fancy attire, and has the face of a gentleman. You feel sudden pain inside, knowing that this kind-looking man will have to die too for this to work. Sacrifice! Yeah. Let me see what. Is the audio working? Can someone stay and chat whether it's working or not? There's only one viewer and I don't know. It's like I'm just like worried because like I can't do voice testing since my thing is gone. I'll be back. It'll be back. Don't worry, guys. It's not gone forever. Okay, I'm here. Our drinks have finally arrived. What took you so long, girl? The king, your target, Notch, speaks directly to you. Your knees buckle as you try not to stutter. Sorry, sir. You apologize, hoping your voice doesn't crack. This guy right here is the Notch, the one who has taken down countless foes with just a snap of his fingers. He's Thanos. Why? Anyways, fingers. The only real ones he can't kill so easily are other immortals. That will cost you a cut salary, young one, he grumbles. That will cost you a cut salary, young one. He probably doesn't talk like that, but I can't do a very deep voice if you can't tell. He grumbles. The punishment you would probably feel a lot more dire had you actually been working here and needed the money. But with your incredible acting skills you have built up over the hundreds of years, you shake, your face filling with silent regret, and you quickly hand the 2 men their drinks before cowering to the back of the room. The table is long, and the two men sit at opposite sides of it. Notch takes a big chug of the drink while, thankfully, the man opposite to him looks a little hesitant at it, before scooting it away silently. Slightly. I don't drink. He doesn't drink liquids, guys. He doesn't have water. Oh no. He's a robot. Anyway, the redhead said as respectably as he could, lifting your head in excitement. Fair enough. Notch speaks plainly. Girl, get this man something else to drink. Just water, please. The man adds to it, looking at him more. His features actually make him look quite young. He is likely somewhere around 30, but his mannerisms and soft face shape give him a younger look. A young, antsy look. A young, antsy-looking waiter jumps up to the opportunity of a new job, allowing you to stand silently and listen. Food is brought in. Food is brought in as the young waiter leaves, and the two men begin eating in silence. So, what is someone such as yourself come to my humble kingdom for? In search of a meeting with me? Notch switches to business, looking directly at the young man over the food. He pauses for a moment. After deciding his words without hesitation, the man begins to speak. Over the past 10 or so years, as a highly respected lawman, I have come to notice how big an impact you and the other gods have on our political system. Immortals. Notch interrupts him with a mouthful. Immortals. Excuse me? Call us immortals. I can't. I don't have anything to eat. Why do I still have this on? Go away. Yes, I am an adult. Anyway, call us immortals. It is always annoying when you humans call us gods, because that would mean we actually created the world, which, no, as amazing as it would be to have such power, not even I can claim to have made this world. Notch explains. All stuff anyone should know. Oh, the man said simply. My apologies. Anyway, we have come to recognize your influences in our governments and would like to offer a contract that should mutually benefit both of us. Contract? Notch's eyes furrow slightly, taking another drink. What sort of deal are you offering? It is simple. You and the other immortals agree to obey the laws as humans have grown accustomed to, and in turn, we will give you a place in our governing system, allowing you to keep watch over our ideas as well as influence any laws made in the future. That way, us humans are able to live with peace in mind that you immortals won't destroy our homes at any point in time, and you get to have more say in what we do. The man offers. It sounds like a pretty plausible plan that might just work with other immortals. However, hot-headed Notch will say, is that supposed to really benefit me? To give up my rights to do whatever I want as an immortal, just so you pesky humans can feel safe at night? All the other people in the room besides you cringe slightly at this snappy remark. Oh, please, don't think I'm stupid enough to fall for that. He leans back in his chair, sipping the remaining liquid from his glass. How ironic. Well, sir, if you would listen... Oh, silence. I don't want to agree to any contract. The lower mortals might, but I know my place in this universe, and it's here, as ruler of the entire overworld. So, don't think I will be stepping down from that because of some petty laws. Notch grumbles over the table, ensuring everyone that he is not going to change his mind. Everyone is silent. Not even the very faint sound of shifting weight is heard. The man lowers his head, wishing to plead, but knowing that will only make things worse. After some silence, in a sudden turn of events, to everyone but you, Notch loses his strength to sit up straight and leans clumsily over the table. Everyone jumps up in shock. Even you act surprised. My king, what is wrong? One of the waiters shuffles up to their ruler. I fear there was something in that drink. He finishes, while collapsing on it to his side, slumping over one of the arms of his chair as if he had just died. You know he hasn't yet, but everyone freaks out as if he has. Even the kind man at the other side of the table stares with wide eyes at the once sitting strong immortal over the entire world, impossible to be beaten by any mortal. Notch. Sorry for the snow updates, past me says. Present me be like, ew. Anyways, that's the end. That's going to be the end. This one was a really short one. Wow, it's only like half the time that my stream things usually are. Sorry for making this one so late. We're very busy today. I'm going to go mow a lawn. So, you guys have fun with living. Bye. Oh, you're up there. Bye. Where's the thing? Goodbye.